Hello. Today we will discuss about Python 2D array with Sayno, Vincent, Paul, Bautista, John, Fonzy, Besin, Elijah, Racelis, Winston, Hector, and Baldorado, Lian, Mark. So let's start. Following pointers will covered in this topic. What is 2D arrays? Assessing, accessing values, inserting values, updating values, deleting the values, matrix, accessing values, adding a row, adding a column, delete a row, delete a column, update a row. Right. So, what is 2D array? Two-dimensional array is an array within an array. It is an array of arrays. In this type of array, the position of an data element is referred by two indices instead of one. So it represents a table with rows and columns of data. So this is the example of 2D array, code of 2D array.
Accessing values. The data elements in two-dimensional arrays can be accessed using two indices. One index referring to the main or parent array and another index referring to the position of the data element in the inner array. If we mention only one index, then the entire inner array is printed for that index position. So in accessing elements, you can use two index to access dimensional arrays. If only one index is stated, all the contents of that inner array will be printed. So, ang example dito ay ito. From array import t equals bracket first array, yun 11, 12, 5, 2. Second, 5, 15, 6, 10. Third, 10, 8, 12, and 5. And last, 12, 15, 8, 6. So print parenthesis t bracket 0. Ang na-print niya is yung entire first which is 11, 12, 5, 2. Dito kasi isang array lang yung na-mention kaya lahat ng contents nung yun ay na-print. Second one is print parenthesis t bracket 1 and 2. Ang lumabas sa output ay 10 which is a data element of both second and third array. Two indices were mentioned here. Next. To print out the entire two-dimensional array, we can use Python for loop. We use end of line to print out the values in different rows. So ito yung example nito. Nagamit natin yung for loop para ma-print yung dimensional arrays for R in T. For C in R, print parenthesis C and equals quotation marks close parenthesis print. Ito yung naging kalalabasan. Next. Inserting values. We can insert new data elements at specific position by using the insert method and specifying the index. So ito yung example niya using the insert method. T.insert parenthesis 2 bracket 0, 5, 11, 13, and 6 close bracket and close parenthesis. Na-insert siya in between dun sa data elements 15, 6, and 10. Tapos 10, 8, 12, and 5. Next.
So next is the updating values. We can update the entire inner array or some specific data elements of the inner array by reassigning the values using the array index. So this is the example of updating values. Next slide. Next is the deleting the values. We can delete the entire inner array or some specific data elements of the inner array by reassigning the values using the del or the delete method with index. But in case you need to remove specific data elements in one of the inner arrays, then use the update process described above. Then this is the example of the on how to the deleting the values. Next, Python matrix. Matrix is a special case of two-dimensional array where each data element is of a strictly same size. So every matrix is also a two-dimensional array, but not vice versa. Next slide. So under the matrix, next is the accessing values. The data elements in a matrix can be accessed by using the indexes. The access method is same as the way data is accessed in two-dimensional array. So here is the example where when ginagamit siya to accessing values. Ginagamitan siya ng dito sa matrix, under ng matrix, ginagamitan siya ng accessing values. Next.
Adding adding a row. Use the below mentioned code to add a row in a matrix. So here's the example of adding a row in matrix. So sa code, we have a code from numpy import variable m is equal to array and Monday 18, 20, 22, 17. The second is Tuesday 11, 18, 21, 18. Third, Wed 15, 21, 20, 19. Thursday 11, 20, 22, 21. Friday 18, 17, 23, 22. Saturday 12, 22, 20, 18. Sunday 13, 15, 19, 16. Variable m r is equal to append open parenthesis variable m and avg 12, 15, 13, 11, 0. So we just print the m variable mr and we have an output of here. So nagdagdag lang ng row sa code. Next, adding a column. We can add column to a matrix using the insert function method. Here we have to mention the index where we want to add the column and array containing the new values of the columns added. In the below example, we add a new column at the 5th position from the beginning. So sa example code from numpy import variable m array. So date sa date at print lang natin pero nag-add tayo using insert function which is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sa panglimang panglimang column. Next, delete a row. We can delete a row from a matrix using the delete method. Delete function method. We have to specify the index of the row and also the axis value, which is 0 for a row and 1 for a column. So, dating example lang ng code, we use delete function method, pero in-specify na natin yung index kung alin yung i-delete na row, which is yung Wednesday. So, ba't naging Wednesday? We start from 0 pag magbibilang. So, yung 0 yung Monday, 1 yung Tuesday, and 2 yung Wednesday. So, yung sa output, yung Wednesday yung na-delete na row. Next.
Column. We can delete a column from a matrix using the delete function method. We have to specify the index of the column and also the axis value, which is 0 for a row and 1 for a column. This is an example on how to delete a column in matrix. When we execute this code, we can see the output is this. Next. Next. Update a row. To update the values in the row of a matrix, we simply reassign the values at the index of the row. In the below example, all the values for Thursday data is marked as 0. The index for this row is 3. When we execute this code, we can see this. The output is this. Next. Thank you.
So, hanggang dun na lang po yung topic namin. Thank you for listening.